Clyde and Bruce get the calls, help, I need something fixed, and you guys drop everything and you come home, and you'll never know how much I appreciate this. Carl for taking Mike to one of his favorite spots in the world, the lake, and even though he hasn't ventured that far this year, but to Jimmy's camp, which is an important place for him to be. Jacqueline for all your visits and lately finding a project to get my love of decorating back into focus. Thank you. Lainey for the come on, let's go to town. Roseanne for the walks and helping, of course, with her decorating. You will never know how much this means to me. Just the fact that you were there and your genuine concern. To my cousins, you have been here through thick and thin, and I know that each of you are only a phone call away, and even in your own trials, you came home to support us. And for that, we are forever grateful. To Anne and John, our neighbors, who dropped in with food, and it was usually when I was having a rough time and just needed a break. Thanks. The Living with Cancer support groups who are here in large numbers tonight. You are family, and the bond with these people is incredible. This support group is an elite group, and membership requires that you have cancer or be a support person of someone living with cancer. My wish for all of those here that have never had to join this group is that you never have to. But my advice to you is, if someone that you love or yourself is stricken with cancer, join that group. The support that you would receive is comparable to nothing else. One of Mike's greatest passions is the Relay for Life, and Mike quickly became known to all with his statements that he wanted to hug all survivors. Well, I think it is safe to say that he missed only a few, if any, that first and second year. As a matter of fact, I recall some of the survivors lining up to get their hugs. The friendships that have been made during our involvement with the Relay has been a highlight in our lives, an unforgettable experience, and a great gang of people to volunteer with. Many people take our healthcare system for granted. For us, it has been totally incredible. We've never once experienced a delay. Mike is here today because of the many doctors and nurses who take their profession seriously. Dr. Cuban, his hematologist, who has walked with Mike in these last 9 years and has always given 150% to Mike's treatments. And today he just shakes his head and marvels at the fact that he has survived all that he has come through. Dr. Hentelet is thoracic surgeon who has performed 30+ dilatations on Mike and knows his insides probably better than any patient in his care. When all of the staff in the day surgery know you by name and are so used to you coming there every 2 months, and when you haven't been there, maybe you overlap that 2 months, and the nurses are saying when they do see you, we were wondering where you were, we missed you. Even the porter, his name is Greg. He brought Mike to the car, I think, most of those 30 times. And when Mike was in the hospital in May and June and July, Greg would come visit Mike just to say hi to him and to support him. So you know the impression that Mike has left when the porter wants to come and visit with you. So it's been very special. To Dr. LaValle, our homeopathic doctor that believed in Mike and said that he would help Mike get through this when the first doctor told him that there was little hope. Dr. Rowland, Mike's family doctor, always there to steer him in whatever direction he needed to go. And to Dr. Leahy, who keeps track of Mike and takes the time to explain everything that Mike needs to know and hear. You can see Mike is a man that needs to know how things work, and Dr. Leahy goes that extra step. And then he is comforted by knowing the facts. And last but not least, the VON and the LPNs for their daily visits and keeping on top of Mike's lung condition. These past 9 years have been full of blessings. The fact that we have met so many wonderful people that may never have crossed our path had it not been for his cancer. We have never considered his cancer to be an enemy, dealt with it when it needed to be dealt with, and never let it control our lives. There were not so good days, but on the feeling good days, we would have a plan in place to do something crazy or just savor the moment. If the hospital was our home at the time, we treated it like home, and again, made lasting friendships with other patients and their families and the staff. We go back every once in a while just to walk down those floors, just to say hi to the staff. And they are always pleased when we do that because they need to know that people survive. I'm finished almost here. I was going to tell a little story here, but I'm running out of time. I don't want to bore you. So many years ago, I just have to say that many years ago, I was a cheerleader at good old Barrington High. And it was a great feeling to cheer on your favorite team, whether they won or lost. And as a cheerleader, we were there to encourage the team to go on. Each one of you in this room has been and continues to be a cheerleader for Mike. Your prayers, your visits, your cards, your calls, and your concern are all deeply appreciated as you cheer him on. I never recalled Mike complaining about his cancer. When he has a cold, he's like a bear, but never has he ever uttered a word about the fact that he had cancer. He is my hero. Not everyone gets to live with their hero. And these past 10 months have had their ups and downs, and many adjustments for both of us as we both learn to live with his COPD. But it's another chapter in our life. So many people have come up to us and said, I don't think I could do what you've done, Mike. And I say to them, yes, you could if it were you. But I'm beginning to realize that maybe not. Maybe there aren't so many people that could do what you've done. But that's okay. Every person going through their own trials know when they're tired and when to quit fighting that extra battle. But you still have that incredible zest for life and an unwavering zest to help others. I realize we will never know the amount of people that he has helped, and I know to help one person is rewarding, but to touch so many lives as you have touched and to help with that 4-letter word, hope. I am proud to have walked cancer, any disease. So everybody, I wish like for you to stand and just say, live strong. So that Mike. Live strong. Thank you.